Hello and welcome to Beyond the Page. In this series we'll look at your favourite comic creators to see just how they got their start in comics. Today we're looking at Jason Aaron, known for his work on Thor with Mighty Thor and the War of the Realms event, Wolverine and Southern Bastards. Aaron's unique storytelling ability mixed with his humour have made him a beloved writer. But who is he outside the world of comics? Today we aim to find out, so strap in and get ready as we go Beyond the Page. Jason Aaron was born in Jasper, Alabama on 28th of January 1973. His cousin Gustav Hasford wrote the semi-autobiographical novel The Short Timers in 1979, on which the feature film Full Metal Jacket, directed by Stanley Kubrick, was based. The reason I mention this is because it had a large influence on Aaron. He decided he wanted to write comics as a child, and though his father was sceptical, his mother took him to drugstores where he would purchase comic books from spinner racks, some of which he still owned as of 2012. After this, Aaron graduated from Shelby County High School. He then attended the University of Alabama in Birmingham, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in English. Since then, he moved to Kansas City, Kansas, where he lives to this day. Something I found quite interesting was that when commenting on the religious themes that run through his works, Jason Aaron says that he was raised Southern Baptist but has since renounced religion. I've been an atheist for many years, but I've remained fascinated by religion. If anything, I've become more fascinated by religion and faith after I lost mine. Aaron's career in comics began in 2001, when he won a Marvel Comics talent search contest with an 8-page Wolverine backup story script. The story, which was published in Wolverine 175 in June 2002, gave him the opportunity to pitch subsequent ideas to editors. In 2007, Aaron wrote Ripclaw pilot season for Top Cow Productions. Later that year, Marvel editor Axel Alonso, who was impressed by The Other Side and Scalped, hired Aaron to write issues of Wolverine, Black Panther, and eventually an extended run on Ghost Rider that began in April of 2008. His continued work on Black Panther also included a tie-in to the company-wide Secret Invasion crossover with David Lapham in 2009. After a 4-issue stint on Wolverine in 2007, Aaron returned to the character with the ongoing series Wolverine Weapon X, which was launched to coincide with the feature film X-Men Origins Wolverine. The less said about that film, the better. Aaron commented, "With Wolverine Weapon X, we'll be trying to mix things up from arc to arc. So the first arc is a typical sort of Black Ops story, but the second arc will jump right into the middle of a completely different genre." In 2010, the series was relaunched once again as simply Wolverine. Aaron followed this with the relaunch of The Incredible Hulk in 2011 and Thor God of Thunder in 2012. During his run on Thor, Aaron brought in the new female Thor, Jane Foster, and wrote the relaunch of the book. In 2017, Aaron was writing Star Wars for Marvel, which was set between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. As well as continuing his work on Thor, Doctor Strange, the creator-owned series Southern Bastards with Jason Latour, and Goddamned with R.M. Guerra. I've probably butchered R.M. Guerra's name. In 2018, he relaunched Thor with Mike Del Mundo and Avengers with Ed McGuinness. Jason Aaron and Mohammed A. Ezra are the creative team on Conan the Barbarian series, which Marvel regained the licensing rights to in 2019. Also in 2019, at the San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that Aaron's Thor storyline, The Mighty Thor, which depicted Jane Foster acquiring the mantle of the God of Thunder, would be the basis for the new 2022 film Thor Love and Thunder. In 2006, Aaron made a blind submission to Vertigo, an imprint of DC Comics, who published his first major work, the Vietnam War story The Other Side, which was nominated for an Eisner Award for Best Miniseries, and which Aaron regards as the second time he broke into the industry. Following this, Vertigo asked him to pitch other ideas, which led to the series Scalped, a creator-owned series drawn by R.M. Guerra. Scalped is a 60-issue crime/western series that started in 2007 and ran until 2012. The series follows the Oglala Lakota inhabitants of the fictional Prairie Rose Indian Reservation in modern-day South Dakota, as they grapple with the organised crime, rampant poverty, drug addiction and alcoholism, local politics and the preservation of their cultural identity. Scalped originally began as a prospective relaunch of Scalp Hunter, an older DC character. As development proceeded, much of the original concept was abandoned in favour of the current plot. Jason Aaron's creator-owned work, Southern Bastards, is an ongoing story that began in 2014 and centres around the culture of a small town in Southern America, where football is everything and the people think they can get away with all sorts of crime. The series won the 2015 Harvey Award for Best New Series and the 2016 Eisner Award for Best Continuing Series. Jason Aaron and Jason Latour, the creators of the story, and two Americans raised in the South, wanted to write a love letter/hate letter to the South, so they created the series. Since its release, Southern Bastards has received generally positive reviews. Other Image comic publications Aaron is responsible for creating include The Goddamned and Sea of Stars. The description for The Goddamned is as follows. It's 1,655 years after Eden, and life on Earth has already gone to hell. The world of man is a place of worn-torn cruelty and wickedness. Prehistoric monsters and Stone Age marauders roam the land. Murder and destruction are the rule of the day. This is life before the flood, the story of man on the verge of his first apocalypse. Welcome to the world of the Goddamned. The story currently consists of two 5-issue arcs, The Goddamned and The Goddamned Virgin Brides. The description for Sea of Stars is as follows. Being a space trucker sounds like a cool job, but in reality it can be boring as hell. So when the recently widowed Gil gets a long-haul gig across the universe, he figures it's safe enough to bring his young son, Caden, along for the ride. That is, until their big rig gets bitten in half by a gigantic space leviathan. Now separated from his son, with a breached suit that's venting oxygen at an alarming rate, Gil must defy the odds and stay alive long enough to rescue Caden. But, meanwhile, Caden seems to be getting all the help he needs from a talking space monkey riding a space dolphin. Or maybe it's the strange powers he's suddenly manifesting. It sounds crazy, I know, and it's probably something I'm going to end up reading. Jason Aaron is very busy for Marvel. Currently he's writing The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which he started in 2018. Aaron has also recently started a new series, titled The Mighty Valkyries. Issue 1 of the series was published on April 21st, 2021. In the story, Jane Foster must redefine her role as a Valkyrie following the fight with Null, the King in Black. For more information about the King in Black storyline, check out my Beyond the Page episode on Donny Cates. In terms of collected editions and reprints, Aaron's Thor The Complete Collection Volume 4 releases on October 26th, 2021. The book collects Thor 2017, 1-5, The Mighty Thor from 2015, 20-23, Generations, Unworthy Thor and Mighty Thor 2017, number 1, Mighty Thor 2015, 700-706, Mighty Thor at the Gates of Valhalla from 2018, number 1. I know it's probably just sounds like I'm just reading off a bunch of random words there, but that's what the book collects. This story will also be collected in the upcoming, long-anticipated Thor by Jason Aaron omnibus. The book is set to be released on March 29th, 2022 and will consist of 1,216 pages. Near Mint Condition released a great video in which he announced the book. In the same video, the Uncanny Omar also announced the upcoming reprint of the War of the Realms omnibus, which is set to be released April 5th, 2022. For Image Comics, Sea of Stars is currently ongoing, with issue 11 set to be released on September 29th, 2021. The second trade paperback of the story, collecting issues 6-11, is also set to be released later in 2021, on October 27th. In non-comic related releases, as I mentioned earlier, Thor Love and Thunder is set to be released in 2022 and is rumoured to contain Gore the God Butcher, meaning we could also see King Thor. Director Taika Waititi, who also directed the beloved Thor Ragnarok, a film that reinvented the character of Thor in the MCU, said in an exclusive interview with Empire, "Well, just between me, you and the readers, I've done some crazy shit in my life. I've lived like 10 lifetimes, but it's the craziest film I've ever done. If you wrote down all the elements of this film, it shouldn't make sense. It's almost like it shouldn't be made. If you walked into a room and said, I want this, this and this, who's in it? These people. What are you going to call it? Love and Thunder. I mean, you'd never work again. Maybe I won't after this." That's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, if anyone is still watching. I hope you enjoyed and were able to learn something new. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, consider subscribing and share this video with your friends. For now though, that's everything from me, so I'll see you later. Bye!